Good morning. It's July 14th, Sunday. Heading to Brunswick, Maine. Had to stop and get some ice for my Camelback. And no, I did not buy any ice cream this time around. I want to give a special shout out to Christian, my son. He got me the GoPro for Christmas or my birthday most recently, and that has been absolutely amazing. Don't tell Eagle Rider, but I actually did attach that to the fairing. I guess we're not supposed to do that on a rental, but as you can see, it's the perfect setup. Very convenient, and it takes amazing videos. So Christian, thanks a lot, son. I really appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun with that. So I'm headed to Brunswick, Maine. It's about a little over 400 miles, and I'll be there tonight. Just take my time, meander across Vermont, New Hampshire, and end up where I need to be. I believe it's a Best Western, so we'll post more later. One of the fun things about riding like this is that you get to meet neat people. One guy I met, he was 22 years old, has his own bike, his own landscaping company, and he seemed like he really had it going on, so that was kind of neat. But he dreams of traveling on the bike with his girlfriend. Here's the church my mom and dad got married in Potsdam, New York. In farm country sure is fun, but it has surprises too. One thing is that you'll notice halfway through my trip, I ended up getting a bug on my camera lens, and I never realized it until I got to Maine. So there's this this bigger blotch on the top of the pictures you'll notice. That's what that is. It's a bug from farm country. Also, I don't know if any of you used to call it this, but when we were kids, we would be riding through farm country on a bike or in a car with the windows open. All of a sudden you'd get a whiff of that, what we called country coffee, the smell of cows, if you know what I mean. So I was riding along through Malone and past that, and all of a sudden, a couple times, it just caught me by surprise. You're smelling the fresh air, and all of a sudden you get hit with country coffee, if you know what I mean. That's just took me by surprise, and at one point it was so strong it almost took my breath away. But come to think of it, it was just kind of funny after a while, because that's what we used to go through when we were kids, and we'd laugh about it and everything else. So that brought back some fun memories. And someone please remind me, if I ever travel out like this again, I need to get an Easy Pass, because I must have spent over $10 on tolls, and if I had that Easy Pass, I wouldn't have had to stop every time, dig out my wallet, dig out $1, or dig out $3, meanwhile blacking out traffic in the back. One way to get to Vermont from New York State, up and over the bridge. I don't know about you, but this sure does not look like very comfortable motorcycle riding to me. And no, I'm not prejudiced just because I ride a Harley. sunset, arriving into Brunswick, Maine. Today was a great ride. I put in 430 miles. Started out about 9:30 in the morning and finally got to my hotel at 8:30 p.m. It was a long day, but I made a lot of stops. It wasn't real hot, but I still was drinking a lot, so I kind of have a tendency to do that. So when I left out, it was probably low 70s, and it got up to... I'm still working on how to post to YouTube and how to put the movies together through iMovie. I haven't learned yet how to do voiceover while a video is playing. Maybe I'll learn how to do that sometime. In the meantime, I tried a new format for this one and doing little video clips of what's about to be shown. Feel free to leave a comment about anything or even about that. If you think that works, you're not really curious to know what you think. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun. I really appreciate you watching and following me along on my journey. Something I've been meaning to say also is that Kayla, my daughter, gave me a GoPro as well recently, and it is really great having two of them. So I can have one mounted on the fairing, one mounted either on my chest mount or on my helmet mount, so it's really handy to have a second one, or I can do still photos with that one. So thank you, Kayla. I love you.